Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPL Elmer and today I'm going to be going through how to pick decides my FPL team. So this is basically done where when you go to the FPL website after before the new season begins, they usually tell you to pick a team and basically just picks on auto pick and the team was auto generated for me by the FPL website. And this is how the team is going to be looking like, and I'm going to go through it this video. But before we get into that, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, and if you're enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like. It really helps out the channel. Without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So before we get into the actual team, there's some rules which are going to govern the auto pick team, so it doesn't lose its essence and doesn't lose the auto pick fact. So there will be transfers will be made if there's an injury or no game for a certain player, or a player transfers to a different league before the season begins, and the transferred player, if any of the above I've mentioned occurs, will be removed from the team. The player who's going to replace them will be auto picked as well by the auto pick feature in FPL, and I think that will make up the team. I think it's a very good concept. I was thinking about having the captain also be decided by a wheel picker, so that the captain is also auto picked by something else. But I'm not sure about that. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see something like that. Maybe having the captain also be decided. So now let's get into the team. So this is how the team is going to be looking like. This is how the team was picked by the auto pick. So we had two of the best goalkeepers in the league, in Ederson and Alisson in goal. It's going to be tricky trying to decide which keeper is going to be starting, but also the ones who are picked. And I think I'm very happy with that selection because they're very decent goalkeepers, keep a lot of clean sheets. Not as much save points, but I think Alisson can make a case for him getting those save points and also some assists here and there. So they have attacking returns in them as well. So it'll be interesting to see how to rotate between the pair of them. Then we have the defenders. We have Cancelo, who is rumored to be leaving Man City, but from what I've seen in pre-season, he's been playing really well for Man City, mainly playing that attacking role, and they're looking really good. So maybe Pep might have a change of heart and decide to keep him. That will be very good for the team. Then we have Van Dijk, Mr. Consistent for Liverpool. I think Liverpool this season are going to play really well, and if Van Dijk is able to keep fit, I think they're going to win. And Liverpool have they usually keep a lot of clean sheets as well, and Van Dijk is also dangerous from set pieces. So I think that was a very good pick. Then you have Luke Shaw from Manchester United, just picked up a new goalkeeper in Onana. So I think now their defense is a little bit better with the reassurance from their goalkeeper. So I think they're going to keep out a clean sheet, and if Shaw is able to improve on his attacking returns, I think is going to be very decent. Then we have Ben White. We see how Arsenal are playing. Ben White is shifting into this centre back role. They're playing with four centre backs, which I think is very interesting. Maybe they're trying to copy Man City a little bit, but that's good for the team. With Ben White, we're sure he's going to be a starter next season. That's really good. Then we have Chilwell, who's going to be completing the defense. Also very good. He's good attacking wise. If he's able to keep fit, and if Poch is going to be using him in the way the likes of Tuchel were using him in that attacking role, I think it's going to be decent for this team as well. Then we can go on to the midfielders. We're going to be having Sterling there. He's been playing on the right wing during pre-season, but I think Chelsea have very many players, and rumors is that they're trying to offload Sterling as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming days before the transfer window closes. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Sterling, but for now he's in the team because he's still at Chelsea, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Then we have Bowen from West Ham. He's played really well last season, won the cup for West Ham in the Conference League, so they can be able to bring that form onto the Premier League and be able to perform really well. The only slight concern is that they're missing Declan Rice, who's gone to Arsenal, of course. It's going to be interesting to see how the likes of Bowen are going to be able to operate without that solid midfielder in Declan Rice. Then you have Martinelli, who's also in the team. Initially, I had Mahrez there inside of Martinelli. Then I did the auto pick stuff, removed Mahrez, and the auto pick decided to replace Mahrez with Martinelli in the team. I think that's also a very good addition, having an Arsenal player in there. I know Martinelli is going to be really, really well. The slight concern is only with the competition from the likes of Smith Rowe and Trossard, who's been very, very good in pre-season. That I want to keep an eye out for. Then you have Luis Diaz, who's also there. He hasn't been playing a lot in pre-season. You're having the likes of Gakpo, Nunez, Salah, and McAllister there. Luis Diaz has not been performing really, really well in pre-season. So I think he's just going to be a bench player for Liverpool next season, maybe playing the cup games. So that will be one to watch out for and see how it's going to be looking for him. Then you have Kulusevski, who has been playing a lot in pre-season, but Spurs are not looking very, very good in pre-season. I think they're still trying to change it from the back five to the back four, which I think will take some time. But I think with Kulusevski playing on the right, signing from Juventus on a permanent deal now at Spurs, I think it's going to be interesting to see how the new manager is going to balance him in the team. But I think Kulusevski is going to be a bright spark this season. And then we can move on to the forwards. We're going to be having Watkins, who has been very, very good in pre-season. Yeah, Aston Villa are looking dangerous, and with Watkins being the main scorer for Aston Villa, I think he's going to perform really, really well. He's able to hit that purple patch he did last season, but in a more consistent way. I think he's going to be a very good player to have in the team this season. Then you have Jesus there. I think the only striker for Arsenal. The only problem with him is not that consistent, but he's able to be consistent. Like we saw before he picked up that injury last season, he was scoring in almost every game, and I think they need him to get back to that level if they want to challenge City for the league, and I think they're going to challenge City for the league this season. I think Jesus has to be in its best form, and I think he's going to do that. Then you have Wilson for Newcastle. I think he's going to have more minutes than Isaac. He's on penalties as well, which is also an added advantage to the team. I think he's going to perform, and I think the team looks really, really nice. The auto-pick team looks incredible, but even better than the team I'm going to compose. We'll see at the end of the season. But for now, this is the team that the auto-pick picked. But before we finish the video, let me show you how the team is going to be lining up for game week 1 if it stays the same way. So this is how the team is going to be lining up for game week 1. We'll have Ederson because they play Burnley. Same as Cancelo playing Burnley. Van Dijk playing Chelsea, a little bit tricky, but you never know. They can be able to keep a clean sheet. Ben White against Nottingham, easy fixture at home. Arsenal should win that comfortably and keep a clean sheet. Nottingham Forest are not looking that good. Then you have Shaw against Wolves. So it usually ends in a 0-0 or 1-0 into United. So that's why it's guaranteed a clean sheet there. Martinelli, expect him to hit the ground running and score in that Nottingham fixture. Bowen, a very easy fixture against Bournemouth. I think they're going to have an easy fixture. Kulusevski against Brentford, not that easy, but Brentford right now, I think the goalkeeper situation, maybe Kulusevski can be able to have a chance in there. Then you have Watkins against Newcastle, very tricky fixture, but you never know. Then you have Jesus against Nottingham Forest. I think I'm going to captain him or either captain Martinelli for the first game week. But for now, it's on Jesus. Then Wilson finishing off the team. Then the bench of Alisson, Chilwell, Sterling, Diaz. That's because they play each other. You never know what's going to happen. But the team decided by the auto pick, I think it's a very, very good team from the defense to the midfield to the striking. I think maybe the bench is also a little bit suspect, but I think it's also very, very good. That's the team. Let me know what you think of the auto-pick team and the auto-pick concept that I'm going to be doing this season. And also, I'm starting a 20 manager head-to-head league as well. If you want to join that, make sure you put it in the comments or DM me on Instagram. The link is down in the description if you want to join, and I'll send you the code for that league. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.